Good morning, children. Uh, Today, uh, I hope you all have gone through the videos which have been put for the explanation regarding the chapter Federalism, chapter 2 of Political Science Federalism. Now, in this video, I am going to help you to mark the questions in generally we have a textbook, but now we have this uh, PDF file for the chapter federalism. So you are going to mark the questions. So first of all, we are going to do the marking uh, page wise. So first of all, for this page, we have the question: what is federalism? What is federalism, or define federalism? So the points are, again, if you remember, we have to write in points in the notebook. Federalism is a system of government in which power is divided between a central authority and various constituent units of the country. This is your first point. A federation has two levels of government. One is the government for entire country till national interest is your second point. Then the others are governments at level provinces, day to day administration of the state. That is your third point. And both these levels of the government enjoy their power independent of each other is your fourth point. So if it comes in a two marker, then you can write all the 4 points. Otherwise, if it's for a one mark, then the line from federalism to country. So this is your first question. Second is the differences between unitary and federal, though it is mentioned over here. Behind in the end of the chapter, I have given the differences. I've written the differences. You can learn from those differences also, or you can learn from here. Now, the next question is, what are the features of federalism? You will have to write all seven features. That is, there are two or more levels, all of them point wise. So I'm not going to repeat all those points again and again, but I have already done the marking. So point wise, we will write down till regional diversity. Then, as I said before, also, this is one of the most important questions from the board point of view. Then another question which is there is two crucial aspects for institutions and practice of federalism. So those two crucial facts are that governments at different levels should agree, that is till power sharing, and they should also trust each other, that is till the agreement. And this point is actually the combination of both the points. That is the ideal federal system is having both aspects, that is mutual trust and agreement to live together. So both, basically the major points are from government to agreement, and these two are the explanation, or one words in simplistic words, the explanation for these 2 points. Now the next question is, what are coming together federation? Now here we start from here. Here I have added the word. You start over here when. When you will have to add in. When independent states till security is your first point. Then in this category, all the constituents have equal power and are strong vis-a-vis the federal government. That's your second point. And third one is examples like USA, Switzerland, and Australia. So these are the 3 points. And then the what are holding together federations? This is a large, which is there till government, and then we have the central government till states, very often till unequal powers, and some units are granted special powers. And examples are India, Spain, and Belgium. So this is in relation to what are coming together federations and what are holding together federations. Now, coming to the next topic, another very important question: what makes India a federal country? So, here are the points. First point, the constitutional provided here till government, that is your first point. Then, later, a third tier till municipalities is the second point. These different tiers have separate jurisdiction. Third point, the Constitution clearly provides threefold distribution of legislative powers. Uh, then you have all the points in terms of the union list, the state list, and the concurrent list. So otherwise, if you are writing a full-fledged 5 mark, you can shorten the points related to union, state, and concurrent. Then the next point is the union government has the power to legislate over the residuary subjects. Then all states in Indian Union do not have identical powers. Some states have special status, like Jammu and Kashmir has its own constitution. Of course, now it is not correct, but since the in the text it is already mentioned, so that is why we are allowing it to continue. Then there are some units of Indian Union which enjoy very little power. They are very too small to become independent states but cannot be merged with other existing states. And then you can write down their examples also. Then the parliament cannot on its own change any arrangement, any act which has to be first passed by both houses till total number of states. Then the judiciary plays an important role in overseeing the implementation till all this till Supreme Court. And the last point is the union and state governments have power to raise the resources by levying taxes. Even if you write till levying taxes, it's fine. Otherwise, you can write the full point here. So this is again a very important question. What makes India a federal country? Now, coming to this topic, how has federalism succeeded in India? So here it is. If the federal experiment has succeeded, till ideals in our country. These are the points. This can be a small question. Now, the next question is, how were linguistic states formed? So it starts from here, the creation of linguistics till our country, first point. Many old states till have been changed, second point. Then the boundaries of several till new states. Then this was done till the same state. Some states were created till geography. These include states like Nagaland, Uttarakhand, and Jharkhand. And this carries on all this over here when the demand till country, one point, and the central government till administration easier is the last point. So that explains to you about the linguistic states. Next, another important question, which is quite a common one in terms of the language policy. The question is, explain the language policy followed in our federal system. So here are the points. Our constitution did not give till official language. Besides Hindi till constitution, next point. States have their own official language till concerned states. According to the constitution till English continue. The central government till official purposes. Promotion till language is the point. And if you want, you can also add in the flexibility till itself in. So this is the relation to language policy. Then we have the next question, discuss center-state relations. So the points are, for a long time, the same party ruled till federal units, as and when the ruling party state ruled till the spirit of federalism. All this changed after 1990 till coalition governments at the center. Since no single party till state governments, autonomy of the state governments, and then the Supreme Court made it difficult for the central government to dismiss in an arbitrary manner. So this is with relation to discussing center-state relations. In this way, and another question formation can be, restructuring the center-state relations is one more in which federalism has been strengthened in practice, explained. So then also you will have to mark all these points. This is also a very important question. Now, these things you can just read, just in something, some comes, then you can just read through this. Now, coming to the next question, that is a topic, this is decentralization in India. So the first question is, when power is taken away, what is decentralization? When power is taken away from central and given to local governments, it is called as decentralization. So this is the definition for what is decentralization. Then the next question is, what is the need for decentralization? So the points are from here. The basic idea behind is because there are large number of people and which can be settled at the local level. People have better knowledge of problems in their localities. They have better idea where to spend money and how to manage things efficiently, and it is possible for people to directly participate in the decision making. So these are points which are for need for decentralization. Next one is how was decentralization before 1992? So that is 3 points. Panchayats here till the states, not direct control of the state government. First point. Elections to these were not held regularly. Second point. Local governments did not have power and resources of their own. That is your third point. And now the next one is decentralization after 1992. All these 5 bullet points are there: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is in relation to decentralization after 1992. Now we talk about the Panchayati Raj system. If they ask you explain the Panchayati Raj, then you will have to write all about Gram Sabha, Gram Parishad, then Panchayat Samiti and Zilla Parishad. So I have broken up into different questions. So first is explain the structure of Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. Then it starts from here. Each village or a group of villages from here till Gram Panchayat. You can break it up into 4 5 points, and but all the points will be important to mark. All these points will be there. Next one is explain the structure of Panchayat Samiti and Zilla Parishad. Then the local government goes up to the district level. All this till here, till the Zilla Parishad, till the local government, till all the Panchayat Samiti, yeah, till that area. This is related to Panchayat Samiti, and all the Panchayat Samitis till Zilla Parishad is all related to Zilla Parishad. Yeah, this I have not marked, but because it is everything is there. Explain local bodies in urban areas. Then you will have to write municipalities were set up. All this till this was set up in towns, big cities, municipal corporations. Both municipalities and municipal are controlled by elected bodies by people's representatives. Municipal chairperson is the head of the municipality, and for municipal corporation it is called as the mayor. It is all over here, all this. Otherwise, in the notes or when I was explaining it to you, I had explained in terms of the municipalities and municipal corporations. Coming to the next question, that is merits and demerits. So merits are this new system has conducted everywhere in the world. Till here is the first point. There are now 36 till municipalities is the second point. Constitutional status till democracy is your third point. And elections are this from here while we are talking about the demerits of local government. That is, while elections are held regularly, Gram Sabhas are not held regularly. First point. Most state governments have not transferred significant powers to the local government. Second point. Nor have they given adequate resources. That is your third point. So we are still having a long way from realizing. That is just the concluding line, but major points are till resources. So these are. Now, after this you have marked, which you will be learning. You don't have to write down them down in the notebook, but in the notebook you will be writing all these 3 questions. So you will write these 3 questions in the notebook. Along with that, you will have to do the questions of the worksheet. Now, here it is, point out one feature, because the first is on the map, so that is not needed. And then shade the federal cities, federal countries, that is also not needed. But this question you will have to write down. One feature in practice of federalism in India that is similar to, and one feature that is different from that of Belgium. I have already given the answer over here. For similarity, it is both countries have union and state governments. In terms of the difference, it is that there is a third kind of government which is called as the community government, which is there in Belgium, but which is not there in India. So this I have already given you the answer. This third answer is also given. Then what is the difference between federal form of a unitary government? This I have written to you on the last page. I will show it to you later, but the answer is already given for you. Then any two differences between the local governments before and after the constitution. That is on page 24, third and fourth. This is over here. You can write down for example, they were direct, yeah, elections to these local bodies were not held regularly, and here elections were held regularly. Local governments did not have power and resources of their own, so here local governments have powers and resources of their own, right? So this two differences you can write, because now it is constitutionally mandatory to hold elections in the local bodies, and here it was not held, elections were not held regularly. So first difference will be this, and did not have power and resources, and the last difference you can write down. So these two you can write down in terms of the differences for. Huh. Yeah. So next one, I'll just show you the differences. This also I have given you markings. You can do it yourself, but I've just helped you to do it. Whether it is, you can go through these fill in the blanks, and then you can go through these uh, the eighth question, which I have helped you to mark. Ninth question I have done for you, and the 10th question also I have done. 11th question also I have done, and this 12th also. And differences I have marked over here. This is actually your answer for. Here I have written the differences between federal government and unitary. I have not mentioned the all these 3 points you can write down. One thing I did not write the example, you can write down for India. You can, if you remember, you can write down India, USA you can write down, or whether you Switzerland, you can any of the countries you can write down for example. And for unitary you can write down Sri Lanka, for example Sri Lanka, and here you can write down for example India. So this two things you can write it over here. So these are the differences. So as I said before, you will be writing down in your notebook question 3, question 4, and question 5. So children, this video of mine which I'm putting up is mainly for this reason, that all of you write these 3 questions in the notebook, and not to forget that you have to write the questions uh, which are there in the worksheet. So please learn these chapters carefully, write them, and you already have the questions, so it will not be a problem. Thank you.